Hey guys, it's Dave with MACkites. We are here in Brazil for the rest of the 2024 season, and today we're going to talk about doing your intro to one-footers. I think this is a great early trick that you can do, and it's something that can also be added upon as well as added into other tricks to make them a bit more stylish and to add a bit of your own take on things like rotations or certain grabs. So let's jump into it. So to do a one-footer, really your foundation for this is going to be a tail grab. So making sure you're used to grabbing the tail of the board with your backhand, used to flying the kite with your front hand, fully backhand removed. You're not oversteering the kite or shooting it down. Just, you want to be comfortable with this movement first. That way, when you do have your foot out, it's one less thing you have to think about. This should kind of be muscle memory with driving the kite with the front hand. So get that dialed in first. Highly recommend being very comfortable with it, as well as being able to take your eyes off of your landing and your kite. Practice doing some tail grabs where you're holding the grab and you're looking back or down at where you're grabbing. I think that's going to be really helpful because that's where your eyes are going to need to be for the next step. So now, when initiating a one-footer, you want to jump, and in the early times on the jump, you want to try to get your hand down on your way up. Don't wait till you're at the apex of the jump because you're gonna run out of time for everything else. So really think about trying to get down, grab that tail, spot where your back foot strap is. So for me, like if we're talking about doing this to the left, I would be thinking about trying to watch for where this foot strap is the whole time. And then as you slide that foot out, you actually aren't going to take your eyes off of that foot pad. So as you take that back foot out while you're doing this trick, make sure to keep your eyes on that foot pad the whole time. This is going to be the easiest way to get into doing this trick at first and being able to replace your foot on your way down. I recommend trying to, like I said, get your foot out on the way up, get through the apex of the jump, and before you're halfway down, that's when you should be looking to try to get your foot back in. Don't wait till the last minute. It's going to take you longer than you expect on the first ones. I highly recommend doing a very fast one on your first ones. Just foot out and then back on. And really think about moving the board to your foot. Your foot's going to be, you need to bend your knee and bring that up. But think about really like moving the back of the board to where your foot is versus just holding the board where you were and then trying to get your leg up to it. I think that's one of the common mistakes I see a lot when people are first trying these, is they take their foot out, they hold the board a little bit further out from them then, and they're kind of watching the foot strap, and then when it comes time to put it on, they think about just trying to get their foot all the way up to where it is. And that's not where you took your foot out from. It was down further. Your arm extended down further, and you probably pointed your front leg a bit to help the angle of the board come up to you. So think about essentially doing that same motion. So bring the board and the foot strap to your foot, and then look to replace it. So really, like I said, keeping an eye on that foot strap the whole way through is going to be extremely helpful for this. Your peripheral vision will give you an idea of how far off the water you still are. If you're comfortable with your kite flying, you should be able to feel that, or you should at least know you're not oversteering it or sending it in a direction. So these are the key fundamentals with starting to add in one-footers, and I think as you get more comfortable with it, you'll be able to get that board off sooner. You'll be able to wait a little bit longer to put the board back on. Eventually be able to do it like right before you're hitting the water. It's going to become muscle memory. So one of the other things I recommend doing, if this motion is feeling very foreign to you, is waiting to only do it while you're jumping and in the water can be quite hard because you're not getting a lot of practice, because you're probably going to crash. It's going to take you a while to get things back on, find another good setup to go try it again, versus practicing at home. Just lay down, get on the couch, get on the bed, put your board on, and just practice taking the one foot out and putting it back on. Just making this motion of moving that board off your foot and back on, making that muscle memory, is going to make this so much easier in the water. So this should give you everything you need to do the fundamentals of a one-footer, and we'll do a follow-on video with extended ways to do this, different variations on one-footers, or maybe even adding tricks to it. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. I'm trying to always respond to these videos and anybody's questions on these. I'd like to make these as interactive as possible. Try to help you guys out with any questions you have on tricks. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll talk to you in the next one.